Good morning, everyone. We are the Group and now we're going to present the story of the Pollo. During the Spanish colonial era of the Philippines, after Rizal was executed through firing squad because of the crime of rebellion against Spanish colonials, the leaders of the forces of Spain held a meeting with one another inside the port of Manila, mainly for the goal of handing their rebellious ideas that were far from the works of Rizal. Though the rebellion was swiftly being underestimated by the racist qualities of the fourth Prince of Spain, who was appointed by his brothers as the Governor-General of the Philippines after the death of their late father, Alfonso VIII.
Ha! Rizal? I'm less proud of what those monkeys have called him. El Filibusterismo was his group, right? You're a fool, Rizal! In the end, you end up just being another dead body added to our tour guide. So what if you inspired your people to rebel? What can such measly forces do to our kingdom? You share my sentiments, right, San Hugo?
Of course, my lord. How can those monkeys ever catch up to the forces of Spain? We must celebrate the death of the so-called El Estrado who dared question our rule. Those buffaloes dared revolt against our might. Now their inspiration's dead. Nothing more than a cold body. Idiots, I say, your highness.
See? He gets it.
While the vice leader of the Spanish forces in the Philippines were looking down on the rebels of the Philippines, the fourth Prince advised her on contrasting opinion to the group, thinking that they should not let the rebellion be, fearing the low but not impossible chance that their forces would be forced to retreat from the Philippines.
Your Highness, you may not be so rude as to interrupt Joy's atmosphere, but should it not be appropriate to handle this matter seriously? A revolution is a revolution, regardless of scale.
Maybe you're correct. Alright, send a singular soldier to handle those buffoons.
You mustn't turn this into a laughing matter, Your Highness. I am confident of the power that the armed Spanish forces hold as much as you. It's just that I'd like you, Your Highness, to please consider them practice for your soldiers. Not to be so rude, Your Highness, but how could you ever win the throne with an army lacking experience?
I can see your point, my dear friend. Alright, I'm not decided. I will lead our forces to trample on those rebels. Of course, with your help and Sir Hugo's.
Thank you for hearing the words of the servant, Your Highness. Now, if I may be excused, I will take my leave.
I as well, your highness.
Then, I be so easy.
As the advisor of Arms, but her somewhat higher opinion on the Philippine rebellion, she shared the similar opinion to the fourth Prince and the vice leader of the Philippines.
So, where do I see the monkey having an intellect to leader? Congratulations, monkey, you've developed, though not by much.
Did I hear it right?
Did I stutter? No, ma'am. Now you're talking back. A beating is needed to discipline those like you. Come here.
No, Mom! No,
Pedazo de basura inútil.
Mom!
Haha, good for a monkey.
I'm not going to.
For you people who deserve to be a slave of the Spanish.
Hey, get this trash away from my
Mom,
sight.
please.
I'm sick of hearing her scream. Disgusting.
Fine, guards. Escort me to the dungeons and bring the monkey. She's going to wish for death for talking back to us.
Mom, please. Mom, oh my God. Several months passed since the Filipino woman was dragged towards the dungeons of the Fort Manila. She was tortured for several days and weeks until dying of starvation. Only recently had this news reached the ears of their rebellious vice leader, who confronted the leader about the appearance in the front, enraged by the actions of the Spanish.
Sir, for so long have our people been abused, exploited, wrongly treated, and looked down upon by those of Spain. I am sick of being powerless, and I am sick of seeing my homeland be violated by Spain. I say we become more aggressive as we fight against the shackles made by Spain. For the glory of the country and for the freedom of our people!
Now, where did the southern versus Asia first come from?
Surely, you haven't heard of this. A woman who was simply out and about, making a living for herself, was publicly humiliated and beaten by the fourth prince of Spain's advisor, only to be dragged into the fort of Manila's dungeons, where she was tortured for days on end. She was not even given mercy through a swift, painless death.
What? When in hell did this get to me? When did this happen?
December the 31st, after Rizal was executed. The
In
day
Paradise Day!
that-
They dare do something so horrible to our people? I agree with your ideas. Our country will see the light of hope again. I will do my best, my friend.
The leader spoke in the center of the town the revolution was based at. He gathered everyone inside the town's vicinity to listen to his words, and spoke about the news given to him by his wives. The emotions feeling his speech led everyone around the city created by the news of the woman who was unlawfully kidnapped and taken by strangers. But their anger was redirected to their cause, who did diligently his out of the dark ages of Spanish colonial rule, to be liberated from their cruel captors, and to be recognized not as slaves of the Spanish, but as Filipinos. And so people, Hail Crisostomo! And their patriotism was lit up even more by the speech given by the person in charge.
My fellow Filipinos, for years too many we have suffered under the Spanish tyranny. They made us foot tracks as they walked and maimed our lads. They have silenced and eliminated our own blood in the homeland we've been raised in. We are not just Filipinos. We are Filipinos. We're capable and worthy of so much more than what those heinous Spaniards think. And it's time to show them. I say enough. Justice find is so full of farce, and the justice alas we serve. Now it's time to step up. There's no time to back down, but there's nothing easy to see. And let's stand up and fight. Let's show them our might. Are you ready? I'm ready. We're ready. Ready as we'll ever be.
When the spirits of the Philippines raised, the revolution started to take its feet. Their voices were heard and echoed louder than gunshots to war. Finally, hope, change, light at the end of the tunnel, or so it seemed.
Well, a group of monkeys being led by a fool. Amusing.
With how fast the revolution has earned you, and justice is quick. Before them stood the Prince of Spain and his militia. Swiftly, the head of which grabs a Filipino and holds him at gunpoint.
Rot in hell, you monsters!
And if you move at this man's head, and all of yours will get bones clean off!
You are in the presence of your ruler, Platinus. Kneel before him or work to the consequences already face you.
We will do no such thing, you monsters.
No! Please, everyone, stay back! Let them go. Enough blood spilled.
Let him go. So it seems that you've had some sense left in you. And just for a single life you surrendered yourself. Ridiculous.
More on every life lost.
Guards, take him away. This was the last class from the beginning.
I swear by that. The sun will rise again on our country.
Enough! You've already lost.
Inside the underground prison of the Fort of Manila, the leader of the revolution got free to face before the Prince of Spain, after surrendering in the confrontation.
Rizal. They were kidding when they called me well leper. Not say that I'm crazy, but I'll never change my ways. Keep them all, watch them suffer, and be answered. True? Yes. One morning, that is all. If they don't, they'll die. It's a talent that I always have possessed. A monk that creates fear, using it on the name of the miserable, the pest, and the meddlers. Revolutionaries being half-wit. Aren't you the least bit guilty for instilling hope in your people, only to surrender to us now?
I never betrayed them.
Hope? So you call giving them false hope, and even going so far as to leave them, not giving them false hope? Please, you yourself should know how overwhelming our forces are. How do you expect to win with all your machetes and comedy small weaponry?
I gave a blessing leading them. You can never understand the efforts I put into unite the clashing people under one banner. You will never understand that because your strength was handed to you on a plate you dog. A surrender was mercy, which Shane Muller would willingly let his people die as long as you remain royalty. Not once will you experience the hardships of those below you, and never will you understand us.
You speak about sympathy and all that blabber, and how I can never come to understand that. But you still chose to throw all that into the drain by surrendering? The least you could do for them was to stay until the inevitable end. But instead, you surrendered yourself to us. I'm thankful that you listened, my lord. Really. You were their only hope and you handed yourself in. Oh, that's right. Now, let me tell you something I, at the very least, feel obliged to tell you about. Your humanity is your weakness, so your revolutionary leader. And your humanity is that your people deserve doom.
But the...
Because you were so painful. Hundreds of them died for naught! But, did you say you gave them hope? How can convincing them to join the losing war be hope? All you did was sentence them to death! Take them away! Oh, forget about giving him anything. Feeding trash is like giving food to a swine. I should wash my hands.
Despite the malnutrition from not being given an ounce of food, and the only water to ever reach into his body was his blood dripping into his mouth, he remained like a rock behind the bars, unmoving from the soothing position he was in, to the point that the guards questioned whether or not he was even alive. Several days passed, and not even a muscle was moved by the revolution's leader, sitting as still as a statue. The revolutionary leader awakened his command from guilt, anger. Nobody knew why the once glorious leader of the rebels lost his good today. It was great contrast to his constant total misery. Perhaps he woke up to the dream. The rebels expected this to be part of the leader's plan. He expected that the guards would be dead and the leader outside Wolfsburg leading the fight against their advisors. Contrary to their expectation, the leader's passing was confirmed by his body hitting the ground 3 weeks after capture. When the guards checked on him, his pulse and breath were absent, and one was now was the pale form of death. The news saddened the remaining rebels, for the helpless and faithful death. Their leader terrified them of what was in store for them if they were ever captured. It was to the point that they too gave up the hope of ever rising back up from the loss of servitude and the crippling depression of their wise leader in their death. And so, they organized a surrender meeting under the translucent veil of his party. obstructing the views of the ones ignorant to the power Spain held. Those who were still under the illusion that the rebellion and Spanish armed forces were on equal grounds.
Man, please calm down and breathe. How can you possibly calm down? The bonds you are kept to serve the new great. Nonetheless, we have lost people, all for naught.
It is not all for now. The negotiation for the arrangement of a ceasefire.
How many times do I have to tell you? We will not consider into this fire. It's not what we thought the mood of want.
We are not submitting to their authority. We are simply having an agreement to stop fighting and discuss peace.
Not to them. To those monsters, a surrender and a ceasefire are the very same.
I know this is not what we would want, but this is what our people need. By denying this, we're basically leading them off to the wolves. Let us decide it. We still have to. So please, ma'am.
Okay, we can fight back and we will. But this time, this is not enough. Prepare to have a baby.
Soon they face themselves standing before the death scale. Their creeds can succeed in person, but the feeling of necessity exceeds anything else. So the female leader enters the hotel by her aid, forcing themselves to speak and go while working cycle. Thank you for agreeing on having this meeting, Your Honor.
I did not think your people still had a sense of decency. Impressive. Good days. It's a shame, don't you think?
With all due respect, we did not come here to converse. Enough of the pleasantries. We don't want to be here as much as you do.
Watch your mouth, peasant. You're talking with the Prince of Spain.
Your people are admirable, Adam and Dad. Inside all of you, there is a fire that can never be snuffed out. But even after all that, here you are desperately begging at my feet. It's a shame, really. Fighting for corpses who fought for a great cause, but now begging to advertise villains of your campaign for years. Ironic, yes?
We're not requesting for your mercy. It would benefit both of us to stop this war. We both know that we will win this war, but that would come at a cost. Wouldn't you like to avoid that cost?
You do have a point. AIDS, I like to me. Someone with a brain is actually a member of the monkeys. Would you like to join the forces of Spain?
I kind of do.
That was worth a shot.
The meeting proceeds and the ground the ceasefire were discussed. It was expected to be more inside the state, but surprisingly, it was relatively fair. Only having paid details to go to Spain's benefit until the land distribution was discussed.
What do you mean by only giving us control of Bangsamoro-Moro and Lanao del Sur? Outrageous! There are dozens of provinces in your country. But you've only given us 3? And you've even chosen the ones that are far apart!
Don't lower your voice, monkey.
You should be thankful we even let you keep any of your land. Think of it as a gift from us. We already made these conditions relatively balanced between us despite the circumstances. The least you could do to show how thankful you are is to give us most of the provinces in your own country.
I understand that Spain has to say in this matter, but this is disrespectful to us!
War shows no mercy to enemies from heart. Now sit before I remind you what happens to people like you.
You've no right to talk to her like that.
And you've no right to talk back. Do I have to remind the both of you of what happens to people that go against our rule? I can topple this entire revolution you have with just a single snap. I can set this country on fire and call it rain. No mercy when it is given to you. So, no violent reactions?
It's not
What? You just let them?
Please. The sun will shine in a second.
A white one, yet fully from all the rest.
And so the terms continued their plotting, and as they multiplied, the more British appeared to be for the Filipinos, yet they held their breath, knowing one would speak and cause catastrophe. Each word they did is speak out them like a sword, but what ravage to the thousand cups would something already good.
Here we are. The ceasefire you have oh so courteously requested us. Write your signature here, dearest leader.
Make haste or else you'll write your name with a lip hand.
For the Philippines.
Excellent.
The paper already shows our agreement. There's no need for me to shake a hand stained with the blood of my people. Good day to you, Your Highness.
Soon enough, all the worst of and chief of the ceasefire came through. The Spanish forces were withdrawn from Ferdinand. The Filipinos were only in the control over the government, and misconduct failures from her country. The Filipinos of the past have endured 2 years of the Spaniards' tyranny and have suffered due to their discrimination on Philippines. Countless stories like this have been buried in history, and countless more victims were left in the dark of justice.
Grandma, so is that story of yours too?
Yes, my dear, all of them are true and have colored history. They have also shaped and history.
Kailangan ako muna pa. Kailangan ako muna.
Oh, my dear country, what have you become? Nothing was still for meaningless things suffering. If they only knew how to show mercy, freeze the wind, dancing in the forest. If they only knew, and didn't see me there, for they never did see me there. It's on my head, into my heart, into my soul. I make a sound, I make it hear. And there are people I will never, ever go with. And things that they only know. My dear people, what have you turned into? I can see them living in love only. Living on the ground, covered with blood. Oh, my family, when will I go home? Thinking about how all of this will end.